What's the most genius 4D chess strategic move you've ever seen someone execute? My uncle's revenge plan against a corrupt hospital CEO took 3 years to unfold, but it was absolutely brilliant. It started when my cousin Sarah needed emergency surgery after a car crash. The hospital CEO, David Morrison, had recently implemented a new policy requiring full payment before any procedure. Even with insurance, we needed $43,000 up front. My uncle begged them to start the surgery, offering his house as collateral, but Morrison refused. Sarah died in the emergency room while Morrison's staff processed our payment. She was only 19. Instead of breaking down, my uncle got eerily calm. He sold everything he owned and disappeared for 6 months. When he returned, he had a job as a janitor at Morrison's hospital. For 2 years, my uncle worked night shifts, volunteered for extra hours, and never complained. He became everyone's favorite maintenance guy. He fixed things without being asked, brought coffee to the nurses, and always had candy for the kids in pediatrics. Even Morrison knew him by name. During those 2 years, my uncle secretly recorded everything. He documented how Morrison forced families to choose between bankruptcy and watching their loved ones suffer. He recorded nurses crying after turning away critical patients who couldn't pay. He caught Morrison bragging about his bonus for cutting costs. My uncle also made friends with everyone: nurses, doctors, administrators, even Morrison's personal assistant. He learned that Morrison had been falsifying infection rate reports to maintain the hospital's rating. The real numbers were hidden in Morrison's private office computer. That's when phase 2 began. My uncle started doing maintenance in Morrison's office, always during lunch when Morrison played golf. He noticed Morrison used his daughter's birthday as his password for everything. Within a month, my uncle had copied every incriminating file, but he didn't stop there. He spent another year gathering more evidence, building trust, and positioning himself perfectly. He became so reliable that Morrison gave him access to the executive floor security system for maintenance. The final phase started when my uncle volunteered to help organize the hospital's big charity gala. Morrison was going to announce a new wing named after himself. Every major donor and board member would be there. During Morrison's speech, all the screens suddenly switched to security footage. Everyone watched Morrison turning away dying patients, bragging about profits, and ordering staff to falsify records. The real infection rates appeared, showing dozens of preventable deaths. Morrison tried to stop it, but my uncle had locked down the system. For 20 minutes, 3 years of evidence played on every screen. The board members were furious. The donors demanded answers. State investigators arrived the next day. Morrison was fired and arrested for fraud. The hospital's ownership changed, and they implemented a true emergency care policy. My uncle finally revealed himself as Sarah's relative during Morrison's trial, showing how his entire plan was perfectly legal, just a concerned citizen gathering evidence.